Worth, one of those guys that can really get into the backfield by any means. And number 90, Jordan Scarborough, as you can see on your screen right there. Jermaine Stevens, a.k.a. Juice, as everybody calls him on campus. 20th birthday and
Third
great.
one coming up here from the 42 to the outside, right through the hands and incomplete, and it'll bring up a fourth down there.
Tender for Haynes.
On the Red Raider 42. 5:32 left in the third. And they'll opt to punt here once again. Shank back for this one. Two back for Caliu, awaiting it. A lot of traffic, but able to scoop that one up quickly. Looks like it's D'Angelo Mitchell.
Yeah, D'Angelo Mitchell getting his eyes on the ball and fair catch in that one. Just great recognition, and now sets up the offense.
See Mitchell coming off the field there. 55-0 our score here. We haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet. Could potentially be looking to break some records here. We'll keep you posted on that. Dale and company back out here for California, taking over on the Vulcan 24. Be a handoff to the outside to Sykes. Richie Sykes down at the 25.
Sykes the ball carrier.
Sykes getting some yardage there, trying to get a positive gain.
Gain of 1. Second down and 9.
Second and 9 is the call now. Here we go with Dale. Dale rolling to the outside. He's going to throw this one right into the hands of his intended target. Tiptoeing out of danger on that one was Jaquay Jackson. Redshirt freshman there out of Sarah Catholic.
First down.
Great catch by Jaquay Jackson and great recognition by Josh Dale. Throwing it right over the defender into the hands of Jackson.
Don't think we're going to get anywhere near the 80-plus point mark. That is one of the highest records in the book, which was at Mansfield September 10th, 2005. That's going to be a handoff up the middle. We've already passed 50, and the last time that happened was just 2 weeks ago, Devin, at St. Anselm, 59 points.
Yeah, that was one of those games, crushing victory, but it is only the third quarter, so we could see a couple more scores pile up for the Vulcans, but Red Raiders trying to stop them from getting any more momentum going.
Second and 10 coming up here from the Vulcan 43. Dropping back. Here's Dale throwing to his target. And it's Jaquay Jackson once again on the outside. Another pitch and catch between the two of them. They gain more yards.
Jackson with the reception.
Looks like there's a
That's
flag
good
on
for
the
a
play.
Vulcan.
We'll see what that
First
one
down.
is. But great throw
There's
and
a flag on the
catch
play.
by the QB and the wide receiver as the connection continues between Dale and Jackson.
Good eye there on that one. We'll see what comes of this.
Personal foul against the Red Raiders.
It's going to be a personal foul on Shippensburg here.
As I believe it would be one of those times where you can't really touch him after he's out of bounds. He was way out of bounds and ended up pushing him, and that's the safety issue that you have on the sideline. But they will gain 15 yards on this one.
Keep trotting on down here. First and 10 coming up from the Red Raider 15 now. Here's Dale, handoff to Sykes. Sykes bounces off a couple tacklers and gains a few more yards.
Sykes trying to gain something out of nothing there. There was nothing in the beginning, but ended up getting about a couple yards.
Second down.
2nd and 8 now on the Red Raider 13. Dale drops back. It's going to be a 3 wide for him. 2 far, 1 near. Sykes to his left. Here it is, a handoff to Sykes. Sykes head down forward on this one. He'll luckily get back to the line of scrimmage on that.
Yeah, just trying to get a little bit of yardage.
Simon and Alfie.
Now trying to make a play, but unfortunately stopped by the Red Raiders. Red Raiders trying to keep a stand going and trying not to allow the Vulcans to score once more.
3rd and 7 now from the Red Raider 12. 2:25 left in the third. Dale going with a 3 wide look once again. 2 far, 1 near this time. Dale getting the signals from Mitchell over there on the sideline. Here's Dale looking to throw. There's a bit on the outside there off the hands of the intended target. That was number 81, Eugene Bailey.
Yeah, and misled him there on that one, threw a little behind him. Unfortunate for Dale, but great drive for Dale, throwing a couple dimes to get them all the way down in field goal range.
Send out the special teams unit now. Looks like we're going to go for 3. It's going to be Keaton here out for an attempt. Here's that kick. That one is good, so I have 3 more points on the board here for that one. So it's now 58-0.
58-0 speaks for itself.
We'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break here. 58-0, minute 57 left to go in the third quarter. You are watching and listening to Vulcan's Football, CTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams.
$145 over 92.
180 over 111.
I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest, and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Looks like the return man for Shippensburg that time was Charles Heaton III.
Shippensburg trying to get something positive out of this game.
Want to give a quick tip of the cap to the Shippensburg marching band. Put on a fantastic show at halftime. Really enjoyed listening to them. They put on one heck of a show. First and 10 coming up from the Red Raider 33 here, dropping back to Vinny. Here he goes to the outside, overthrows his man once again.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Eubanks.
Supposed to go to Eubanks there, and he couldn't pull it in. As Blaze is still over there trying to hammer out 58 swings on that steel beam. It's going to be a while.
And I believe he just gives up at this point.
I don't know if that was 58. We're going to have to keep a close tab on him at that point. Don't want him cutting out. 2nd and 10 now from the Ship 23. Bouncing off a couple tackles here. Almost fell forward. He still continues. Had to watch the hands there. Might have been close to a face mask, but it'll be a first down from Serb.
Serb. A positive game for him, trying to gain some more yards to just get something going for the Red Raiders as he breaks one, follows his blocker, finds the open hole, almost trips over himself, and ends up getting the first down.
Welcome back to our live stream viewers here. Looks like we've stabilized things. Glad to see everybody back joining us here at Serb once again on a handoff, and he's brought down, and the ball pops out.
Fumble on the play.
See who has it here. And it's Cal U football once again.
And Cal who? Cal U, baby. Another fumble recovery for the Vulcans as Stephon Brown gets that one, and you see him getting hype on the sideline as he's having himself a game today.
Everybody playing well here. A minute 3 left in the third quarter. We are back. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Once again, it's a handoff to Sykes. Sykes has dropped after a gain of about 2.
He's trying to get something going for this Vulcans drive.
50 seconds and rolling here. Don't know if they'll have another play going before the end of this quarter. They don't appear to be in any kind of rush. Dale just continues to look over here. Don't think, like I said, in a big hurry here. About 10 seconds left on the game clock, or the play clock, I should say. So we will get one more play here before the end of the half. Dale waiting with the 3 wide look. Not sure if Dale was aware of where that play clock was at, so they had to take a quick timeout before they would get flagged.
Yeah, we heard the coaches up here in the booth yelling timeout, just making sure that they get the timeout called so they don't have to get the penalty yardage on them.
There you can see our Vulcan trivia question here. Waiting to see how many times has Cal U and Shippensburg played since Ship moved to the PSAC East. Let's see the answer. Oh, guess we won't see the answer. Sorry to keep you. There's the answer. 6 previously from 1954 to 2010, and we had 6 including today. One man was right. It was Mr. Flowers. He tweeted us at CUTV_PA. 5 games since 2008, 6 including today, and it's Izzy Xavier's brother in California. So how about that?
Yeah, that's nice. Israel Xavier's brother getting the question right.
He's tweeting us from San Diego.
Love to see it.
There's another state we can check off in the reach of where our streams are at. So Dale now taking over 2nd and 9 from the Ship 36. And it's Sykes to the outside. Sykes to the 25. Pushes off one man. Gets to the 30. From the 35 to the 30, I should say.
Yeah, great stiff arm there by Sykes. That should be illegal, what he just done to that man. And if he was able to break away from that, that was a clear 6.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of action here. We will step aside. Don't go anywhere. The fourth quarter of action coming up next. 58-0 your score. Cal U leads Shippensburg. You are watching and listening to Vulcans football here on CTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. Welcome back here. We've got a third headset, and I think we're going to throw on a third member of the team here. Alex King's here to join us up in the booth. Glad to have him as he's going to get suited up real quick. Hey, Alex, great to have you here in the booth with us.
It's great to be here, guys.
We got a nice play starting off here as it's a 58-0 score. And Alex, I know you guys do a lot of things on the information side, and you really had to scramble. I know when we took that internet hit here, what kind of goes into when you have to drop back 5 like that and scramble to keep people informed?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation. We're lucky to have a little, Wi-Fi package that helps us out there. I mean, clearly a lot of people here today, which is always a great sight. I mean, it kind of takes a hit on the old Wi-Fi. So, I mean, we're glad to be up and running. We're glad to have this huge lead right now, and it's good to see what the backups give us, because you never know when your name's going to get called.
You really never know when you're going to have to think on your feet here. It's going to be a 4th and 1 coming up here on the 28 of the Red Raiders. Dale's got it. He's going to hand it off to Sykes. Sykes trying to break through. Both piles pushing forward, back and forth. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, Richie Sykes, I mean, he's an exciting kid. Was going to go to Sacred Heart at the FCS level, and ended up falling down to us. Don't really know the entire story behind that, but the kid's 6'1". He's has a lot of pounds on him, and he's a heck of a runner. I mean, to have him sitting with Jamorier and Nelson, I mean, he's got to learn a lot this year, and coming into next year, he's going to play a huge role in this offense in the backfield, and it's great to see that for Noah, because, you got a lot of talent, a lot of seniors on this team, but you want to see some young stars coming in, and he's definitely going to be one of them.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. We've been talking about the three-headed monster that they can run in the backfield here when we got Nelson, Brown, Jamorier, Cousin, and, of course, Sykes as well, as they will take over on downs will the Red Raiders here. 1st and 10 from their own 28, back to throw here to Vinny. He's scrambling with this one, rolling to the near side of the field, still going to let this one fly, has one man down, tried to go one-handed up with that one. It's going to bounce around, almost smacked Mitchell on the head there on the sideline, but it gets away.
Yeah, great coverage by Nigel Garnett, playing the receiver until the ball is in the air, turning his head around and making sure that it is out of bounds and not catchable for the receiver to get.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also, we talk about today, I know that we're on defense here, but a huge step up by Jackson Doherty today. Derek Caraway out for the game today, couldn't play. Not really sure the injury extent there, but he really stepped into that position and was huge.
Some movement here. We're going to have a flag coming up to the outside. The pass went. We'll see. I think it's going to go on Cal U here. And it will be an offside on Cal U.
Yeah, I was talking to Jordan Dandridge early in the week, and I think they said it was a hand injury earlier in the week. Something to do with that. I think it happened in practice one of the days. But, yeah, unfortunate to see him on the sideline, but great step up.
Talking about our defense, I could only imagine what Colin was saying when Lamont McFadder ended up with another pick. As we always say, who else? This kid just finds his way around and always gets in the right way. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take that one back. But, hey, Jimmy Pierce did it today. 4 defensive touchdowns this season for the defense, which is huge.
What a special defensive unit here. The 2nd and 5 coming from the Raider at 33, and they catch it right around midfield. It's going to be at the Shippensburg 49. We talked about it in the pregame here, and this is just an absolutely special defensive unit here. A lot of great things that they have going for them. I mean, they are in top 5 in the nation in multiple places in terms of forcing turnovers, and as well as the rushing defense as well. Top 4, only about 19.5 yards a game there for that, and that's special.
Yeah, and you have backups on backups. So even if one guy goes down and another guy gets called, he's right there to take the place.
Yeah, you love to be in this situation here where you get the guys the chance, 2nd string, 3rd string, to get a chance here and make a difference.
Here's a dump off there to Serb, and it's swallowed up quickly. Looks like Jimmy Pierce making the tackle on that one for Cal U.
And there was Noah Dilla there, actually. This young kid here lost the entire year last year due to injury, but came in. He's been a starter at the linebacker position. He's a very big kid. I mean, looks like he's been playing a lot of the second half here. He's a starter. He's a middle linebacker. This kid's special. He was an all-state kid. So I mean, he's definitely stepped into a role, and for a kid to come in as a redshirt freshman to get a starting position is huge.
Love to see that here up the middle of Serb. Once again, Serb charges forward for a 1st down and a couple more yards after that. And he is now into Cal U territory after that.
Kayvon Mormon with the tackle. Make sure he goes nowhere else but Serb, trying to get something going for this Red Raiders offense. And nothing's really getting going here. 58-0 midfield. See if they can get something going in this drive.
Yeah, definitely a tall order for this quarterback today, coming here, you know, making a start over Bryson Messina, you know, trying to step into that role. Heard good old Mike Messina is here today on the other side of the field. So, you know, he wanted to, you know, he saw his son in there for a couple plays today. But, you know, it's always, I mean, tough task to put this kid on the road in the team situation they're in currently.
1st and 10 from the Cal U40, and that's swallowed up by the defense once again as they continue to jump the play here and shut things down.
And Breon Koch just swallows the running back there. You can see on the replay.
Yeah, you talk about a dominant group. I mean, having Breon out here right now, I mean, the speed off the edges is just crazy this year with Xavier Izzy and what's his name? Julian Cox. I mean, 2 of the fastest guys you'll see out in the corners here, and I mean, they're just so efficient, and it just makes it very hard for these guys on the outside.
Here's the 2nd and 14 for the Cal U44, caught for a couple yards and more. Great gain there. That's number 7, Mari Wright.
Mari Wright, love to see the cuts there, but great route running by him on this play after he gets the ball. Great yards after catch running as he jukes one defender and ends up getting taken down by 3 Vulcans. But something positive to look out to this drive is the passing right now for Red Raiders.
11:13 left here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 6 now from the Vulcan 36. It's going to be a handoff up the middle of Serb. Serb is immediately dropped there right on that one. It's number 38, Tariq Jones.
Serve the ball carrier.
Yeah, on the replay here, you can see Jones come straight in, sees that it's not a play action. He actually has the ball. Serb has it and takes him down before the line of scrimmage. Now suffering from a 4th down, the Red Raiders are.
Yeah, you love to see the mentality from this defense, even if we didn't get the tackle there. I mean, Breon Green was right there, Logan Burnsworth right there. I mean, these guys just swarm on the ball so quickly.
Going to go for it on 4th and 7 here from the Cal U37. Davini over the middle. That one's going to be a turnover on downs once again. Had the layout for that one and just couldn't bring it in fast enough. That was 84. Kyle Haynes.
Yeah, thrown behind him there. The jitters getting to the quarterback as if they already weren't with him. But now Vulcan's offense gets to come back out and show everybody that these third string, second string backups can really score on an offense as well.
Yeah, definitely. Josh Dale, you know, a transfer from UNC Pembroke, you know, a kid that actually has playing experience at the D2 level. Played a good chunk of games. I believe in 8 games, I think, last year. So very experienced. You know, very good to have that kind of quarterback in the backfield. And you know, Noah obviously had a efficient day, but also a great teammate. You can see him calling in the plays there. You know, it's exactly what you want to see. There's a great connection. You know, you bring in. Oh, looks like we got a timeout taken here.
Yes, we do. Well, if everybody trot over here.
You know, you love to see it from Gary Dunn here. You know, he's showing a bit of a frustration, but that's just because he wants his team, the backups, to perform just as well as the starters do. You know, even though you're up 58-0, you want to still be able to perform. You still want to be able to put points. You know, it's a solid lead, but you want to be able to show in the 4th quarter that this backup, this team can score points.
Yeah, the backups have to be playing like it's 0-0. That's what I've been saying from the beginning of the game. You can't let the lead distort your offensive game plan.
Have to agree with you there on that one. They'll trot back out here, taking a quick couple hits on interesting scores here. The 2 o'clock game was Mercyhurst at Bloomsburg, and make that 24-0 in favor of the Lakers at the half.
You know, I think the West is one of the most competitive divisions this year. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, Mercyhurst lost by 1 by Shipperd in either week 1 or 2. An impressive performance there. I mean, Clarion, although it looks like they're going to fall behind today against Shipperd, 2 strong games to start the year. You know, so I mean, it's going to be very interesting. And even Edinburgh, I mean, they're off to a little bit of a rough start this year, but they had a great game against Grand Valley State, one of the top teams in the nation. You know, played well there. So, I mean, going up to Erie next week for this team is going to be one heck of a matchup here. And it's, I mean, you're talking like a heck of a stretch with back-to-back road games before we get to come home for homecoming against Clarion.
You really never know who's going to come out of the West year after year. It's just so many great teams continue to step up and vie for those top spots. You never know if it's going to be a Cal U, or if it's going to be an IUP, if it's going to be a Slippery Rock. It's the 2nd and 10 coming here from the Cal U 37. It's outside. Drop down quickly there for Sykes. Oh, wait, that's 44, I should say. Harold Reynolds III.
Yeah, I noticed that last play. that Sykes was taken out of the game. Get some rest for him. Bring in Reynolds III. Get him some touches, as there is a flag on the play. We'll have to see what they call.
Yeah, unfortunately, that ref mic hasn't been working much today, guys. So, I mean, we've been kind of just going off hand signals now, up here, and, you know, it hasn't been too bad, but it looks like it's going to go against the Vulcans here, and we're just Ships making a decision on what they want to do.
It looks like he's signaling chop block, maybe, or we'll have to see.
Personal foul.
Yipper.
All right.
Against the Vulcans.
We'll take a quick walk backwards here.
Second down.
A lot of new faces out there, probably getting their first collegiate action that they've ever had, or first time in a while.
Yeah, no, that's a nightmare for us in sports information. We're tracking participation. We're trying to make sure we're getting everybody's eligibility correctly and making sure everybody gets their time spent. So, I mean, when you're in a game like this, you got the binoculars out. You're looking every play to see the new guy coming in, because, you know, you don't want to. It's a process during the week. You know, you're discussing. Luckily, we have the Ship SID here today, but you're always discussing who all played. You know, you got to get eligibility right. You got to make sure you got everybody playing. So here we go. Josh Dale passing back here. Oh, right through the hands there of 81.
Pass is incomplete.
Almost had it there. Eugene Bailey, once again, we called his name a couple of times today, the product of Valley High. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, excellent route there. Just off the hands a little bit there.
They couldn't complete the pass.
If you're just joining us, the third member of our team stepped into the booth a couple of minutes ago, Alex King from Sports Info, and he's a natural.
Yeah, I'm lucky we have a good staff here today and everything like that, so I got a chance to step up here, deliver some stats, and, you know, you guys are throwing me on here. I mean, be a little more nervous if it was a little closer game, but, I mean, I'm happy the situation we're in.
Here's Dale to the outside. Oh, through the hands once again there. Couldn't pull that one in. Just the same guy we talked about, Eugene Bailey.
Eugene Bailey might be doing a couple push-ups on the sideline or a little bit of running in practice this week, you know. I know Larry Wilson, a very experienced head coach here for 15-plus years. He's not going to like that one bit.
Yeah, Dale does have the rocket, though, so he's throwing bullets, but you got to be able to finish the catch there and make sure you bring it in.
Yeah, I was lucky to be down on the field today when we recognized our 150 PSAC 150 contributors today. We had 10 individuals, 5 of them were able to show up. It was a great time. We were a little bit rushed down there, but we got through it. No punt off here.
There's the 4th and 22. It's going to cross the 50 and come to rest at about the 44.
But, yeah, it was great. We had former coach Luckhart here, you know, winningest coach of all time here at Cal, 3 straight regional titles. Perry Kemp, very experienced wideout. We had Jeff Petrucci, who was also a head coach here at Cal U, and a very experienced quarterback, led the NIA in passing yards for 2 seasons back in, I believe it was the late 50s. We also had the Natali family here for the late Emma Natali, obviously a very instrumental person at Cal U. You know, was a head coach, was a running back, and was an administrator. You know, a great man. And we had Tim McCutcheon here, who was one of Lockhart's offensive linemen, played 3 different positions during his time here, and was just an excellent offensive lineman. No, we got a flag down after completion there.
Yeah, pass complete there. We'll see with the flag coming up here, and of course, Natali now has a building named after himself on campus as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
It's going to be a roughing the passer call against California here.
Yeah, it was great to see the guys. You know, you always want to be able to bring back your alumni and everything like that. I mean, obviously the other guys on that name, Antoine Bagwell, great running back. Gary Brown, Wes Cates, Rontez Miles.
Won't see him today. He's busy getting ready for Sunday.
Rontez is getting ready for Sunday. I believe they're in New England this week. Tough order for that team who's battling a lot of quarterback issues, you know. I mean, just a heck of a group of guys, you know, all have made a huge impact to Cal in general. And, I mean, a couple of them are Lockhart's kids, and, you know, it just attributes to, you know, what Cal football's expectations are and what they still are today.
1st and 10 on the Cal U31. It's going to be a handoff up the middle for the Red Raiders here, and they'll get right back to that line of scrimmage here, marking with a no gain.
Marquise Martin in on the tackle for the kind of no gain play, but Martin getting his time as well, trying to make his name into the box score with the tackle.
Yeah, definitely an experienced kid as well. Played a good chunk of games last year. Had to come in and start a couple games and play some backup role towards the end of the year. But another experienced kid, you know, just coming out there trying to make a couple plays.
Dropping back to throw here, and that one's just going to be smacked away, and it'll roll over towards the Cal U sideline.
I thought that was Tariq Jones, actually, there, the redshirt freshman from Aliquippa on the block down there. I mean, good to see that out of the kid. You know, kid getting a little experience here, comes off the field. You know, we make a little change up, and we see what we got here.
Aliquippa, quite the powerhouse in terms of high school football in this area. The 8:03 left on the clock here, 3rd and 10 coming up from the Cal U 31.
As yesterday, a team on high school football Friday Night Lights, CTV Sports 1 Quaker Valley in their division, ended up taking that loss to Elizabeth Forward. Tough one for them.
How about letting this fly to Davini, and he's going to get swallowed up here on that one. Cal U's defense jumping up in joy after that one as they smother McKinney once again.
Jordan Scarborough on the sack there. Great tackle. I mean, that's another FCS kid there out of Stony Brook. He's a great player. I mean, he's you know, I think the biggest thing about this team is the experience on the defensive line we have this year. It's unprecedented. We only do about a 3-down set, you know, typically. So you're not typically getting a lot of pressure there. But when you have Gerald Brown, Derek Cowboy on the line, it's I mean, the pressure through the middle is so much more than you'd normally see.
Here comes Davini on the 4th and 14th, the Cal U 35. He's going to tee up and let this one fly. Might be short. No, he's got his man, but will he fall into the end zone? Oh, brought down at the 1-yard line. So short.
D'Angelo Mitchell would have had the interception if he would have turned around and found the ball in the air, but ended up not getting it. As you can see on the replay here, D'Angelo Mitchell, the one trailing, if he just turns around and spots the ball, he can pick that off easily.
A little bit of face guarding there, but D'Angelo Mitchell also was a wide receiver on this team for the last 2 years, making the switch to defensive back. So, I mean, still some learning curves. Obviously, a great special teams player, as we saw by that return earlier in the game. So, definitely some learning curves. But, yeah, when you got two guys back there, someone's got to get on that ball.
1st and goal at the 1, and he'll be swallowed up immediately for a no gain once and for all. They'll try to punch it in here and get that 0 off the scoreboard. Will the Red Raiders?
Yeah, that actually was Jimmy Pierce there. I thought I was going to say it was Noah Dilla, but number 39 still in the game, still wanting to make some plays on that side of the ball. And when you're down the goal line, you kind of.
These numbers, man, I'll tell you, they're tough to read.
They're tough. They hold up, you know. Sometimes Julian looks like Breon Coke, and you know that 6 looks like an 8, and you know it's a little tough. But I mean, I've every new uniform I've loved so far, to be honest with you. I mean, it's such a such a cohesive everybody, and everybody's done an excellent job. I mean, still a lot of other sports waiting to get their new ones. Here we go.
A little bit of miscommunication here, so there's going to be a flag rolling to the outside. Davini just threw into the end zone. Nobody seemed to be on the right page there with that one.
No, but I do like the black jerseys with the white silhouette.
I agree.
I like the match.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt. He was telling me we might not be switching this combo until we lose. So this might be the one to go to right now. I mean, it's. It might be the one we're going to be going with moving forward here. Obviously, we're going to hit the road again and be going back to the, I assume, all whites. So, but yeah, I had a feeling. You know, this team's so used to having 3 options, so they always want to change it up a little bit here and there. Obviously, we're still in the wait for the red uniforms. Right now, we got new blacks and new white uniforms, but currently, you know, it's hard to put 110 plus pants on the guys and 110 plus jerseys. You know, so it's all a process. You know.
Had an illegal shift there on the Red Raiders as they throw into the end zone. It's going to be their first touchdown of the game. Shippensburg breaks their way onto the board after the penalty pushed them backwards.
Yeah, Charles Head in the 3rd, getting the reception here. A little corner route as faked out the cameraman on that one, but ended up getting the shot at the end of the day. First score for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, a drive that you can obviously look back at now and, you know, hopefully grow on. You know, the defense side of the ball is going to be a little upset letting that one up. But
David Shank puts that one up and through, so make it 58-7. 6:01 left in the game here. Don't go anywhere. You are watching and listening to Vulcan's football on CTV Sports 1, the PSAC network, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back here as Shippensburg finds their way onto the board for the first time today, 58-7. Colin Kirkland and Devin Harena, special thanks to Alex King for joining us and giving us some great insight there.
Yeah, great to have Alex on the broadcast. Love to see it. He's the behind-the-scenes type of dude. Gets us all the stats, but get it kicked off. Derek Lockhart taking this one back.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of tackles on special teams. Now he's going to get a chance to bring it across, and he makes it out with 30.
Yeah, Derek Lockhart, the special team specialist, gets my seal of approval for today. Getting about 5 tackles back-to-back on kickoffs in the beginning of the first half, and I believe to start off the second half. He's one of those guys that has the eyes of an eagle and is ready to track down his prey.
I'll tell you what, we're talking about this uniform combo, Devin. I hope we see black pants on a white jersey in Edinburgh this time next week, because that will just be a fantastic combo.
Yeah, even when we get the red ones, the red and the black pants, would love to see that.
1st and 10 coming up here from the Cal U 31. It's going to be a handoff up the middle there.
Reynolds, the ball carrier.
And I think it's going to be Reynolds once again getting that one. Yep, Harold Reynolds, another carry for him.
Yeah, Reynolds the third. He's just one of those guys that can come in at any time, trying to get his little time to shine here at the end of this one, but is doing a great job so far.
5:30 left in the contest here, 58-7. 2nd and 9 coming up from the Vulcan 32. Reynolds to Dale's right now. There it is to the inside, and Reynolds is going to be mobbed immediately.
Yeah, as Shippensburg trying to strip the ball out on that one, standing him up, trying to punch the ball out, but doesn't get it. Great stop by the defense. Great stop by number 49, Alex Walk.
3rd and 10 coming up here. It's going to be on the 31 of Cal U. It's Dale. He's going to put Reynolds to his left here with a 3 wide look, 2 far, 1 near. Dropping back to throw. To the outside there is a completion for Dale. And I think, yep, that's number 22 for Cal U, Ian Edenfield.
Yeah, Edenfield getting his time to shine right now. Gets a little reception there, a little out route.
He's a big body, 6'6", 240 out of Laura Highlands.
Yeah, LH product.
A couple LH products on this team, including Jimmy Pierce.
Yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. LH, another thing that you'll see on High School Roundup if you tune in to UTV Sports 1 on Tuesday.
We hope to see you there. Here comes the 4th and 7. It'll be the punt team out for Cal U. Hood's punt is up and end over end as it rolls. And he'll continue to let this one roll, and it will be touched up at about the 21.
1st and 10, Red Raiders from the
Great
21.
punt there. Now, Red Raiders trying to get another score here. Make the scoreboard look a little less unpleasant.
3:32 left to go in the game here.
Legal formation against the Vulcans.
Take a look at some of the final scores around the league here. 34-13. East Stroudsburg picking up the win over Edinburgh, so they are going to be hungry when we head up there for our next broadcast next Saturday, Devin.
Yeah, only scoring 14 points in that game, just something they probably left a couple points on the board and on the field. It's just scoring 14 points against that East Stroudsburg team. It's going to be tough for them to bounce back against the Vulcans.
Shepherd 40, Clarion 10 in the 4th quarter. And some of the finals from earlier today, 29-0 Westchester over Seton Hill and 34-10 Kutztown over Gannon. Dropping back to throws, McVinney, and it's going to the outside to Vinny, excuse me, as that one is incomplete.
Intended for Eubanks. 2nd down.
We'll bring up 2nd down. And 5.
As we go back earlier, thank you everybody at the
Athletic Promotions. You can get all the news on what's going on with Athletic Promo if you follow them at Blaze Cal U on Twitter. They've got your back. I'll let you know what's going on, what's going to happen. You can see the whole athletic promo team next month when we have the live Gary Dunn show from Loggerheads. There to the outside, it's going to be a completion for Shippensburg. Eubanks pulling that one in for a first down for the Red Raiders.
And Eubanks, way to hold on to the ball there as number 35 for the Vulcans, Nigel Garnett, was going to strip that right there, as you can see right here. Boom. Tries to get it right out of his hands, but ends up holding on to the ball, and first down, Red Raiders.
3 minutes left to go here in the contest. First and 10 from the Red Raider 37. Dropping back to throw here to Vinny. Vinny over the middle, hits his target there. Great connection. First down, Red Raiders. That was number 7 hauling that one in, Maury Wright.
And Maury Wright running his route, making sure he gets his job done, and he will get the ball as he does right here. Great pass and great catch by Wright.
Now into Vulcan territory now as that ball is placed on the Cal U 40. Deviney back for this one. There it is. He hands it off up the middle, and it's Serb once again. Serb brought down quickly.
Serb the ball carrier.
Yeah, Serb has been in the whole game. A little winded. I would just suggest the fatigue getting to him, as only able to gain one there after getting tripped up.
Second and 8 coming up here from the Cal U 38. 2 minutes left on the clock now. I think we're going to have a timeout called here, and we will.
Timeout, Red Raiders.
It's going to be a Shippensburg timeout. And in one of the later starting games here, you've got Mercyhurst 31, Bloomsburg 0 in the third quarter of that one.
Yeah, it's looking rough for Bloomsburg there, but Mercyhurst, one of those teams we've heard
a lot
early on in the year that they were going to be good. So we'll see on the Cal U schedule, October 26th, Mercyhurst here at Adamson Stadium. That will be the game to watch, as well as at Slippery Rock right after.
That's going to be a good one. That'll be a good one, and at IUP on October 5th will be a good one. And October 12th, homecoming, of course, Clarion will be here for that one. And feel free to stop by on October 12th, and you can wish me a late happy birthday. My birthday's the day before, and I'll get to spend my birthday doing CUTV's High School Football Game Week. No place I'd rather be. Isn't that right, Devin?
Yeah, the only place you would love to be is at high school football.
Sure. Minute 51 left here in this contest as Shippensburg brings it back out. They'll set up on the Cal U 38. Cal U stacking the box here, trying to bring some pressures. Serb scoots his way through, and he's brought down at the 35.
You're trying to get some positives out of this one. That scoring drive, you can really review that, see what your guys did really good, and see what your guys didn't do as well, and try and go off of that into next week's game for the Red Raiders.
Minute 28 left to go in the contest here. 3rd and 4 coming up from the Vulcan 34. It's Max Deviney waiting for the snap at quarterback. He's got it. Tried to hand off to Serb. He does. Serb bounces off one tackle, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
8 up by number 15, Wyatt Hurt. Actually, I believe that's Jeremy Page. He's a little bit limping there.
That's the 2 different numbers thing. Always gets confusing. 42 seconds left and rolling here. It's a 4th and 8, and they'll go for it here. It's going to be a pass over the middle, complete, close to that first down marker, but I do believe he's going to be short by a yard.
Yeah, Jeremy Page was able to get in there, and great help by Javon Whitfield. Getting in there first, getting the form tackle, and then there's Page pushing him straight to the ground so he can't extend his arms.
And it will be a turnover on down, so Cal U's offense will come out for the final time here today to finish this one out. ...177 rushing yards on the ground so far for Cal U and 336 passing yards.
Yeah, love to see it if you're the Vulcans and want to take notes of what you guys did really good in this one as they take a knee here to end off the game, but want to take notes of what you guys did really good and what you guys could still improve on going into next week's game, because the Vulcans have a really bright future if they keep it going and keep playing like this.
Have to agree with you there on that one, as that brings the clock to 0. Cal U 58, Shippensburg 7. That is Cal U's second win of the season. They improved to 2-1. Shippensburg falls to 0-3. Devin, any final thoughts from this game from you?
Vulcans got to keep it going. Can't let this win get your head too high. But love to see a win on the board here. 58-7. Great offensive play from the Vulcans today.
Looked very good, did they? And we will see you next week on the road as we will travel to Edinburgh. And that will be the first PSAC West contest between Cal U and their opponent. There it is, September 28th. And you can see that one on CUTV Sports 1, making our way up to Erie County for the first time this year.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game there, but Vulcans can't let this win affect the way they play there.
Have to agree with you on that. For my color analyst, Devin Moreno, for my other color analyst, Alex King, for everybody in the truck, and for our director, Gary Smith, I'm Colin Kirkwood. Good night, California, and we will see you again soon.